So the 9-to-5 onslaught continues. If you have a 9-to-5, you're stupid, because hard work is for stupid people. I've been hearing this everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all over the internet. People are quitting their jobs and then they are regretting it later, when in fact, we need to learn how to not make decisions based on our emotions. I know that's difficult for most, but it's essential in life. You can't quit your 9-to-5 because you're not valuable enough. You have nothing else to offer. They may ruffle some feathers, but instead of sitting around bashing the 9-to-5 and trying to find a way to force this narrative that your 9-to-5 is keeping you poor, no, you're keeping you poor. How many checks have you gotten the last 5 years working a 9-to-5? You have yet to pay off debt. You have yet to invest. You have yet to stop buying things that you claim you need but don't. You throw it away after a few months, a few uses, or somewhere in the back of your closet collecting dust. Now, obviously, people are going to rebuttal, I do what I want. Yeah, do what you want, but understand everything that you do and want comes with a consequence. At some point, you got to grow up. We're not children. The 9-to-5, it's slavery. It will keep you poor. No, you will keep you poor. And for you entrepreneurs, you want to be entrepreneurs. If you quit a job, you will quit entrepreneurship. If you work 8 hours, 5 days a week, and you dislike it, having a 9-to-5, as an entrepreneur, you're possibly going to work 8 hours, 7 days a week. And that's me just being generous. You're more than likely going to work 12, 16, 14 hours, 7 days a week. You're not going to hire a manager for a business that's not successful. You're going to be the manager, the CEO, the CFO, the worker, the trash guy, the janitor, you're going to be everything. The secretary, you're going to be the district manager. You're going to be everything in one. You're going to build that house from the ground up. You're going to be the construction worker, the construction company, the plumber, the electrician. You're going to be everything. You're going to be the person that audits the house. You're going to be the inspector. You're going to have to give an inspection, pass inspection, fail inspection. You're going to be everything all in one until you build a business that is of value to the marketplace. You're going to take losses. You're going to lose money. You got to have money coming in, your 9-to-5. You're going to need capital. If your business is not making money, how do you have capital to reinvest in the business? You're going to need that 9-to-5 to bring in that guaranteed money. You can say your 9-to-5 is keeping you poor. You're keeping you poor with or without a 9-to-5. If you don't have a 9-to-5, you more than likely will experience detrimental situations in life financially that will mess you up mentally, and then probably out of desperation cause you to make irrational decisions that will then carry over for years and years and years, and you will suffer the consequences of your action longer than you should have if you would have not made decisions out of emotions and quit your 9-to-5 job. Keep the 9-to-5. Create and force yourself to build a work ethic that can't be matched. This is not the secret. The secret is there is no secret. This is a blueprint. The wheel has always and forever, it's already been invented and it will always work. Can we please stop trying to reinvent the wheel? Complaining does nothing. We know that, yet we still complain. Quitting your 9-to-5 can be detrimental, yet we still quit. Don't leech off of people. I brought this up as a man. If I'm talking to my son, I would tell my son, me, your dad, I'm your father. I will always have your back. But what if I'm not here? My job is to teach you how to have your back yourself. If I move based on my feelings, daddy can't feed you. So we don't do things based on how we feel. The measure of a man is doing what you have to do, even when you don't want to do it. You have to do it. This is a part of growing up. This is part of being mature. You guys what I'm realizing is we have a society where everybody's so caught up in how they feel that they're not realizing in real time that the decisions that they make directly correlates to how you feel, because you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. It comes back. If you do something wrong, yesterday if you did something wrong and you suffer today from it, you feel bad. You see how that works? What you do correlates to how you feel, but you keep trying to make decisions based on how you feel, or you want to express to the world that your feelings are important and that people need to take time out of their day to help you deal with your feelings, but you're not taking the time out of your day to be careful with the decisions you make in your life that directly correlates with your feelings. This is what I would tell my son. This is what I'm telling you guys who are listening. If you don't find it valuable, you guys know what you can do. But this 9-to-5 slavery thing is tricky because we all grew up. If you have even one parent household or a 2-parent household, if you're fortunate, what did your mother and father do? They could be a doctor. I'm not saying everybody is broke or you're a janitor making $10 an hour. Oh my God, I've seen that in the comment section so many times. Even Even a doctor, that's someone with it may not be a 9 to 5, but that's someone with a job, a career. If they don't show up to execute what they're good at, their expertise, they don't get paid. As an entrepreneur, if your business does not provide value, you don't earn money. Your business is possibly going to be open 7 days a week. If you're not dealing with that business, it's not going to make money. You're not going to get paid. As I stated before, you're not hiring a manager today to manage a company that's successful the day you open it. It's going to take time. And even when you do, if you're fortunate enough to hire people, you still have to oversee your company because you're dealing with people. People will exploit you. People will take from you. People will steal from you. People will rob you. You're never going to take a break as far as I'm off every 2 days. And that's what managers do at 9 to 5s. That's what employees do at their bullshit job, is what I like to call it. But look at all the videos across the internet talking about it's hard to find a job and my life is horrible. I don't have no money. You got people on TikTok that are begging for money from people who have a 9 to 5, but these same people that are begging for money quit their 9 to 5, bash their 9 to 5. They deleted the videos because they don't want y'all to see what's going on, but we know better. These were the same people that were knocking the 9 to 5. Everything they had to say about the 9 to 5 was degrading the 9 to 5. You got women speaking on how they won't have anything to do with the man with the 9 to 5. You got people knocking people that got a 9 to 5. You got people that are rich off crypto laughing at people with a 9 to 5, whereas it's essential. When you go to a restaurant and you want to order food, we don't have robots in these restaurants yet. I know everybody's saying AI is taking over. Robots are not going to be in the restaurants, at least not yet. So who's in there fixing your food? It's someone that works there, the 9 to 5. You want something from Burger King or McDonald's or whatever restaurant you go to, high-end restaurant, low-end restaurant, whatever restaurant. You want something from the restaurant, but you're knocking the 9 to 5 when it's full circle. If you go to the restaurant to get food from that restaurant, it needs to be people working in that restaurant, people with a 9 to 5 job. You want a box of pizza? Somebody has to make that box of pizza. It's not gonna. It's value in everything. Everything is full circle. Some of the most wealthiest people today started off with the 9 to 5. Stop bashing the 9 to 5. You can't quit your 9 to 5 because you have no value. You can't quit your 9 to 5 because you have nothing else to offer to the marketplace. Value. If you quit your 9 to 5, you will quit entrepreneurship. Your 9 to 5 is paying you. You may not like to pay, but just because you want to be an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're gonna get paid immediately. So if you have no money coming in, what do? You're going to go ask somebody else to have money? Let me guess. The person who you ask has a 9 to 5. So because you knock the 9 to 5, because it's a scam or it's exploitation, you then go and ask somebody who's being scammed and or exploited for money. When if what you say is true based on your ideology, wouldn't you as a good person, wouldn't you as a person who claim you love your people, your family, which is who you're asking money for, wouldn't it be smart and intelligent for you to leave them alone and leave them and their money alone because maybe they don't get paid a lot based on your ideology of a 9 to 5, but here you are asking them for money? No, keep your 9 to 5. You have no value to quit your 9 to 5 job. You're not an entrepreneur. You're a regular average person who needs to build up a skill set, who needs to build up some type of value to provide to the marketplace. If you don't succeed in the workplace, you will not succeed in the marketplace. Everybody can hate Donald Trump, but I always like to pay attention to all these people that we perceive to be important. Donald Trump has an 18-year-old son named Barron Trump. Donald Trump had a 36% increase in vote because he listened to his young son who told him, Dad, if you want to win, you got to go for the young people. You got to go and do the Joe Rogan podcast and the Aiden Ross. And you got to go on these platforms where the younger people are kind of paying attention. He stated that his son knew the marketplace. But how? Because his son is probably listening to a Joe Rogan podcast. His son is probably following an Aiden Ross podcast. His son is probably aware of all these podcasts and these people that are like heavily of influence in society. So if you can't dominate in the workplace, how the hell are you going to know what it takes to dominate in the marketplace? You can't provide value because you're not working within the value. I say this all the time. Jeff Bezos started at McDonald's. You know, he wanted to work at McDonald's because he stated he wanted to learn how to manage a company. He wanted to learn how to deal with customer service. Amazon was a customer service-based company when it first started. They initially started selling like books and stuff, and then they went on to expand the marketplace. But it started from a guy who specifically wanted to work in the workplace. Wanted to gain expertise in the workplace. He went through bad employees, bad coworkers. He made decisions based on logic. Understanding, not emotions and, oh, I hate these people because they don't like me. A lot of people don't like Amazon. You think that stopped him from building a fucking $billion business? The same thing go with all these billionaires and all these future millionaires who a lot of people are hating on, but that's not going to stop their process. That's not gonna, they trust their process. They're going to carry out whatever they need to achieve whatever it is that they want. We can sit back and play victim with everything in life, all we want. That's not going to help us whatsoever. You guys understand me? So this 9-to-5 slavery thing, you're not a slave. You can't quit that job and have value because you got nothing else to offer. Whatever you're selling, nobody's buying. It's not of value. It's not their fault, it's yours. And one thing I do remember about business, the customer is always right. So even though you may not like the customer, the attitude of the customer, the high demand of the customer, if you want your business to be successful, you are going to have to cater to the customer. So even if you're an entrepreneur, you know who your boss is? Your clients. And then you have to manage your employees that you hire to help you scale your business that provides value to your clients, the marketplace. This is all full circle. So if you quit a 9-to-5, just understand this, you will quit entrepreneurship. Running a business will take your ass up and through there. And for us YouTubers, because I do have a YouTube channel, us calling ourselves entrepreneurs because we have a YouTube channel, if you have a product that's in high demand, that's of benefit to the marketplace, to society, okay, cool, because you can use platforms to leverage your value, your market, your product, your value, because it's just like a business, Walmart or Target, making a commercial on the internet. It's content. Put it on TV. That's content. Somebody's watching their phone, watching their TV. You can watch my videos on the TV, or you can watch it on your phone. It's like a commercial. That's content. You hire people to make entertaining and educated, valuable commercial, and then you push the content on platforms where people can see it, and it promotes your product. Cool. Yes, you can use YouTube to promote products that you have for sale that are of value, that people can purchase and use the value to make their lives better and easier. But if you just make videos and call yourself an entrepreneur, that doesn't hold much weight. But that's just my opinion. Don't get in the comment section and get mad. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm trying to reason here. I'm a man of reasoning, but you guys know me. I'm accountability and logic. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how you feel. The world don't care how we feel. We're gonna move with the facts. But if you quit a 9-to-5 job, you will quit entrepreneurship because you're a quitter. You don't understand how to do what you have to do even when you don't want to. So you're not going to use that when it comes to having a business. What you're going to do is you're going to allow how you feel to overtake or overwhelm what you need to do when it involves you doing what you need to do, and it has no correlation or no involvement with how you feel. There is no benefit of doing things based on when you feel like doing it. You only should do it because you need to do it. You have to do it. I always go back to myself and my family. I decided to lay down and have babies. It doesn't matter how I feel. I need to earn money. It doesn't matter if I lose money. Go make more and then continue to push whatever it is that you're doing to earn more money. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what I think. It's all about the money. What are you doing with the money? What are you doing to help people? You can be poor and rich and be a good person. Some people are too pure for this dirty ass world. But can we please stop disrespecting people with a 9-to-5? Some of our parents raised us with a 9-to-5. And I'm going to say this for the ladies too. I know I should have stated this earlier, but ladies, if you don't want a guy with a regular job, cool. But understand this, it's always perspective. Who in your family, what male in your family, close relatives that you know can call, that loves you, have told you they love you, if you need them, they'll come to your aid immediately? Which one of these male family members has made $100,000, $300,000, $500,000, $1 million plus a year? How many? If the answer is none, you don't need, or you shouldn't expect that you are entitled to someone that makes that amount of money. And more importantly, you can't use that ideology to bash men that don't make that money, because you don't even know anybody in your bloodline that makes that kind of money. But you're knocking men that don't make that kind of money. That means you're knocking your own family members. How much of an evil ass person are you to think that a man who makes $50,000 a year is poor because you're only referencing those men who you will possibly have as a partner or husband or lay up and have sex with. No, this goes for all men. That means your daddy, your granddaddy, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, all the male people in your family, all the males in your family. If they make that kind of money, you're shitting on them. You're disrespecting them.